Hey, good morning, friends. Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo, as well as Joe Bear in the house. And as always, I want to thank you guys for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, it does not work without you guys. So let's get open for business here. And I will be waking up the football gods later. I did get another set of lights on Saturday. I just haven't had time to put them in. I just have not had enough time. There's not enough hours in the day to get everything done. I try, believe me, I try. But yesterday, I hope everybody had a good Father's Day. Dads that have been there, taking care of your kids and all that. Hopefully, you got all kinds of love from your wife and your kids and everything else. And hope you guys had a great day and stuff. Me, I hopped in the car and we went down the country so my wife could spend the day social distancing from her parents, but got close. Spent some time with them, and me and Mike, we worked on the red brick house, and for me that was a great fun to finally get something started in there and start trying to rebuild that house. And for me, that house to me is a symbolism of this country. It's 200 years old, and it needs some work. And with some hard work, some sweat, some new wood, some new mortar, a few bricks, some tender love and care, some hope, some prayers. It's going to be okay. And hopefully it'll be around for another 200 years. And that's what I'm hoping for our country right now as we go through everything that we've gone through with 2020. 2020 has been a mother. But at least one thing we don't have to worry about for the Dallas Cowboys this year that we've had to worry about in past years. And that's having holdouts. We won't have any holdouts this year because Dak has said, hey, bro, I'm going to be a team player. I'm going to go ahead and sign that franchise tag so you don't have to worry about me holding out. You're the Dallas Cowboys after what we went through last year. That's great news. We basically had two guys hold out that hurt our season. And understand the difference between winning and losing can be that much. And being in training camp and being in shape can be that much. So the fact that we're going to have Dak here is great news for the Cowboys. But the work, to me, doesn't stop there. As happy as so many people are, he's on the franchise tag. Well, I hate to tell you, being on the franchise tag is kind of like going to a payday loan. It's going to cost you twice as much as it would if you were on to a regular bank. The cap number is a solid $31.2 million. Flat out. You can't prorate that. You can't spread it out. It's guaranteed money. For Dak, okay. The bright side is, regardless of what happens this year, he got $32 million. If the season is shortened and they say, hey, we got to cut salaries, it doesn't matter. Dak is guaranteed the $31.2 million. And if next year they decide, we're not quite ready for a long-term deal, it's 37. So, in essence, he's still getting the same amount of money for 2 years. And at the end of 2 years, he's got an option to go ahead and go elsewhere. So, for the Cowboys, on the flip side, for those who say it's a great thing, it's really not. The reality is if there is a salary cap reduction next year, you still got to pay Dak 37. You still got to pay him 37 if you don't get a long-term deal. And you have no relief then for 2 years. So you got a solid $69 million for your quarterback. So you're not saving any money. If anything, you're better off getting a deal done, making it friendly maybe the first 2 years, kicking more of the money down the road. So that way you have some extra cash. And that's the thing I don't think a lot of people understand. Just because you signed a 35 per year million deal doesn't mean the cap number is 35 million per year. For example, Jared Goff's number this year is like 33. Carson Wentz, I think, is only like 21. It's how you set that up. It's how you deal with the guaranteed money. You could end up giving Dak Prescott, signing bonus, guaranteed money, and saying that this year is $1 million. And that guaranteed money and signing bonus is prorated. It's divided by the numbers of the years of the contract, which is why the Cowboys want 5 years. 4 years, say it's $100 million, and that means that's $25 million each year that guaranteed money goes. If you say the first year is $1 million, then it's only a $26 million hit, saving you money. That's how these things go. It's not necessarily when you hear the average of $35 million per year. That's how the deal averages out. It doesn't necessarily mean in any of those years that that's the actual cap number. It might be that down the road it's a $45 million cap hit for the front side having a low one. And this is a way the Cowboys can protect themselves if there's a problem with the cap next year. Also, there's a guy up north in New York City, who wants to get the hell out of Dodge. My buddy Demario Davis actually tweeted back at him, telling him to keep his head up and everything else. And, shout out to Demario Davis, because that guy is a true leader. That's one of the reasons why I wanted to be on the Dallas Cowboys, because that guy is a leader on and off the field. But be that as it may, here's a little clip of Jamal Adams riding around yesterday. I'll make sure I got it up loud enough that you can hear it.
What's up, bro? Hey, what's up, bro? What's up with it? Hey, you coming to Dallas? Hey, man, I'm trying, bro. All right.
One more time.
What's up, bro? Hey, what's up, bro? What's up with it? Hey, you coming to Dallas? Hey, man, I'm trying, bro. All right.
Trying to. Well, trying to and being able to are two totally different things. First thing, if he's coming to Dallas, you got to have the room to have him. You got to have the space to fit him under your cap. And currently the Cowboys have $11 million. He's due $13 million over the next 2 years. He wants a raise. He wants to get out of New York. If you get Dak's long-term deal done, instead of having a $32 million cap hit this year, boom, it drops to about 20, 21, 22, giving you about $12 million of space. That $12 million gets added to 11. That gives you 23. I'm not saying you're going to pay Jamal Adams $23 million a year, but you end up giving him that raise. You get that prorated deal. You can work that. You can say, hey, Jamal, we need a little help this year. We're going to first get you to Dallas, and we're going to go ahead and get you taken care of. Because, see, here's the thing that you can do. Much like when the Eagles and the Rams were smart to get the deals done for Goff and Wentz. And you're going to say, well, getting Jared Goff, maybe that was wasted money. But see, here's the thing. They still had time on their deals. So you end up putting an extension on the current contract. So you're not really changing the pay that they're getting for these 2 years. Then you're looking and saying, we're going to pay you X dollars here, and we're going to give you a signing bonus. So technically, you're giving them a raise right here, right now, and they're getting the big signing bonus. They're getting the long-term commitment. But on your cap's not going through the roof, which is why Carson Wentz's deal averages out to $33 million a year, but he's only got a $21 million hit this year. See, these are ways that you, as a team, can work the deals and the numbers. And for anybody else that's saying, oh, well, we got too many issues with money. To give you an example, I believe the Eagles, for right now, with salaries that they have scheduled for next year, have $265 million in cap hits. The Cowboys right now have, I think, 186. Now, again, that doesn't include Dak Prescott. That's the thing. That's commitments that they currently have signed on the roster. That's, Tyron Smith. That's Zach Martin and Lyle Collins and Zeke Elliott. That's D-Law. That's Amari Cooper. All your big guys. Jalen Smith. All those guys' contracts are locked up and in there and part of that. So you're looking at commitments of being $186 million. You're going to need to add the quarterback. So you get Dak's deal done, you're going to be able to keep that number right around the salary cap that's currently going to be projected. If you don't, you got to add 37 million to that 186 plus anybody else you decide to sign. Now, there's going to be some guys that you get rid of, let go, and so forth. So those numbers will vary. For example, Tyrone Crawford this year is a $10 million cap hit. You save 8.5 if he's doesn't make the roster. I'm not saying that that's going to be the case, but those are things you look at when you need money. You got Zach Martin's contract. You can easily pull money off of it. So there's things that you can do, but hypothetically, it's better if you don't have to do those things. The best way is getting Dak squared away, and then you can make a run at Jamal Adams if you can fit the compensation to the Jets underneath of it. So it's going to be a busy day then. We'll see what happens with Dak Prescott signing. I don't know what time that's scheduled to be, but I guarantee it'll be covered by everybody. And we're going to be here doing some work in the shop. I got to run out and pick up a few pieces of materials and go to the grocery store, but we will definitely be here following along with everything that is the Dallas Cowboys. And as always, I want to thank everybody who supports the channel, watches the channel, even hates the channel. I got love for all of you. I'll see you soon.